Hello, welcome to Music and Stuff with me, Rob Lewis, and today I'm going to be ranking Oasis albums. Yes, as we get ready for the Oasis reunion later on this year. Expect a little bit of Oasis content from me the next few months. So yeah, this is the first one. So ranking the Oasis albums. Now I'm purely talking about the 7 studio albums. Time Flies, Stop the Clocks, Master Plan, Familiar to Millions. I'm not going to count those because they're compilations or live albums, so I'm only focusing on the main 7 studio albums. What are your favourites? Let me know in the comments. And so first of all, at number 7, Dig Out Your Soul. And yeah, this is my least favourite, and it's not because it's a bad album, it's a fantastic album, but something has to be at the bottom of the list, and unfortunately this is it. And I think much of it is might just be that I haven't played it as many times as the others. I have less nostalgia with it, maybe. It was the last studio album from 2009, I believe. And there's some absolutely banging tracks on it though. I mean, Bag It Up, what a way to open an album. Bag It Up, what a fantastic song. The Shock of the Lightning, which of course was their opening single, from the lead single from the album. And you also had I'm Out of Time and Falling Down, which I believe was their last ever single. I'm pretty sure it was their final single. That's the only one I don't actually have a copy of on CD. Falling Down. I've got all the others, but not Falling Down. Bit of a completionist. So again, it's not that it's a bad album. It's a really good album, very well produced, interesting artwork, and it was from the tour. The only time I saw Oasis live, about 2 weeks before they actually broke up. It was the Dig Out Your Soul tour. So yeah, that's Dig Out Your Soul at number 7. At number 6, Heathen Chemistry. Again, not a bad album, but they can't all be my favourite. So I should probably say as well that this list can change by day to day. What might be my favourite today might not be my favourite tomorrow. It depends. You have different moods, different drinks, different needs, different albums for different moods. So, this is how it is today. And like I said, it's not because Heathen Chemistry is a bad album, just like Dig Out Your Soul wasn't a bad album. You had some bangers on here. The Hindu Times, what an opener. Again, Oasis really, really knew how to open albums. All their track ones were fantastic. You had the singles, Stop Crying Your Heart Out, that really got me through some bad times, that fantastic song. Little by Little, what did I say it like that for? Little by Little, great album. And you had, was it a double A side to She Is Love? Most of these songs were released as singles, to be fair. And the first Liam Gallagher penned single, Songbird, a little 2-minute ditty with 2 chords, but what a great song that was. It was the first time they released a single that Noel didn't write. And yeah, great stuff. You also had Born on a Different Cloud, a Liam Gallagher track. That one, you can hear, you can hear, I've said it before, Oasis don't sound like the Beatles. But you can hear some influence in Born on a Different Cloud. With the chord structure. There's a little bit of Beatles influence kind of creeping in. But that's as far as I'll go to say they sound like the Beatles. Better Man, great song. And it also had the hidden track, The Cage. Do you remember when albums used to have hidden tracks at the end? There were some great ones. Nirvana had one on Nevermind. Alanis Morissette. yeah, they just don't do them now. They had some fantastic hidden tracks back in like the 90s and early noughties. Sadly, we don't get it anymore. So that was number 6, Heathen Chemistry. At number 5, one for all you conspiracy theorists out there, don't believe the truth. Yeah, again, fantastic album. I remember when my son was little. This came out in 2005. When my son was pretty much a newborn, used to sing him "Let There Be Love." When he was a little tiny baby. He's 19 now. He plays in my band, plays bass. So again, great album. Again, Oasis absolutely knowing how to open an album with Turn Up the Sun, which was written by Andy Bell. I didn't realise that before. I thought that was a Noel song. Turn Up the Sun. You had the lead single, Lila. Do you remember when that came out? That was massive. Hey, Lila. And then, of course, you had the importance of being idle. Do you remember the video where they were like pallbearers? There was a funeral procession in black and white, and Risa Fans was in it. Ah, yes, what a fantastic video. If you haven't seen it, you really should check it out. It was the dance sequence in it was absolutely brilliant. Really well done. One of my favourite Oasis tracks ever is on Don't Believe the Truth, Part of the Queue. Absolutely love that song. And on this channel, you'll find me doing a cover of that. If I can think of it, I'll put it up there so you can find it. And yeah, Let There Be Love, the closing track to the album. So that was number 5, Don't Believe the Truth. So here we are at number 4, and it's probably not escaped your attention that the 3 least favourite, I'm not going to say worst because they're not, but the 3 least favourite Oasis albums are the latter 3 as well, suggesting that the first 4 are the best in my opinion. And again, like I said, this can change. You ask me tomorrow, it could be completely different as well. This is how it was when I sat down 20 minutes ago and wrote out a list. So that's not lost on me. But keeping with that same theme, at number 4, no. I'm going to completely contradict what I said because I misread it. At number 4, Definitely Maybe. I know Oasis fans in shock horror. Again, it's a bad album. I love it. Slide Away was on there. Live Forever, Rock and Roll Star, Sad Song. Again, I can't fault the album, but it just doesn't quite, today, it doesn't quite get up to the same thing as the next ones to me. And again, it's not that it's a bad album. It's really not. First Oasis album I owned. My sister gave it to me actually. She said, I've got this. I think she had 2 copies. She said, you can have one. And I hadn't really heard of them before, and they hadn't been going long. Yeah, the album wasn't out long, and I took it home. Really, really loved it. She gave me that and Park Life by Blur. Interesting. A little bit of trivia there. So yeah, Definitely Maybe. But again, it was an absolutely iconic album. Was it like the biggest selling debut album ever? I don't know if it still holds that or not. I know it was at the time. Again, it's such a good album. So, see, it's like my 4th favourite in Oasis, but in terms of albums and all time, it's really high up there for me. So I don't have to justify it. Your list might be completely different to mine, and that's fine. We're not going to argue over it. It's subjective. It's not a fact thing. It's a subjective thing. It's purely my opinion, and yours is yours. But please do let me know what yours is in the comments. Put them in order. And as we move on, we've got 3 albums left. At number 3, this is the one I saw out of the corner of my eye earlier and got mixed up. Standing on the Shoulder of Giants. Always liked the title. Not Shoulders, but Shoulder. Superb album. I was so excited when it came out because it had been a couple of years. They had a lineup change. Bonehead and Gwigsy had gone. But it really did. What was it? Go Let It Out was the lead single from it, and what a fantastic song. Wasn't it Liam Gallagher? The first time he played guitar, I think, and he was on the back of a bus or something, in the back door of a bus playing guitar in the video. Yeah, Go Let It Out, and then it was followed by Who Feels Love, and of course the album was out at that point. And it had the first ever Liam Gallagher penned song Little James on there, which was written for his then stepson James, who was Patsy Kensitt's son, and he wrote a song for him. And what else do you have? Oh, again, an opener. What a fantastic opener. Fucking in the Bushes. My God, does that get the adrenaline flowing when you hear that. It really is. I'm going to do a video on the best Oasis opening tracks at some point. So watch that when it comes out. But you're Fucking in the Bushes. What a way to open an album. An instrumental track with this sort of audio from a film that came out in like the 60s about a music festival, I believe. It was used in the movie Snatch, the Guy Ritchie movie Snatch with Brad Pitt. I think he said Brad Paisley. With Brad Pitt and Jason Statham and Alan Ford. Great movie that is, and of course it was featured in there, along with 100 Mile High City by Ocean Colour Scene, I believe. But yeah, great opening track. Yeah, so you had Go Let It Out, Who Feels Love, Gas Panic, Sunday Morning Call, one of the Noel songs from the album, and what an absolutely amazing bunch of B-sides that came along with the singles for that album as well. As Long as They've Got Cigarettes in Hell. Again, just absolutely brilliant. I say absolutely a lot, don't I? Absolutely. Yeah, I Can See a Liar, Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is. Absolutely brilliant album. Yeah, Sunday Morning Call. That was the Noel single. So that was my number 3 choice, my third favourite Oasis album, Standing on the Shoulder of Giants. Also, when it came out, the album artwork, I didn't even realise that it was the Empire State Building in the photo. I wasn't very good at geography. I just thought it was somewhere in London with the guys playing football on the rooftop. And it wasn't until a few years later I realised it was actually the Empire State Building. And I've since been on the Empire State Building, at the Empire State Building. Fantastic place. Yep, number 3, Standing on the Shoulder of Giants. Sorry to interrupt, but if you're enjoying this video and would like to see more of the sort of stuff that I'm putting out, then please feel free to hit the button that says subscribe down there. And of course, just near that, there's one that's shaped like a bell. It's very unclear, but if you press that one, you'll also be notified when I put a new video out, which is daily pretty much. And don't forget to like the video and put something in the comments, whatever it might be. And if you're really feeling like an absolute dude, you can subscribe to my Patreon channel. The link is going to be there in the description. And that way you're not going to miss out, and I get to keep doing this kind of stuff for you lovely, lovely, lovely people. Thanks very much. Now back to the video. . So, we've got 2 left. Now these 2, first and second place, they do change. They do swap. So like I said earlier, what I say today is my number 1. Might not be my number 1 tomorrow, but it's always these 2. These 2 are always going to be the top ones. So, at number 2, the third album, Be Here Now. I remember the hype when it came out. Oasis were absolutely at their peak, 1997, August 1997, and I was working and I asked my mum if she could go into town and buy it for me on the day of release, because you got a little certificate if you got it on the day of release. I don't know what happened to my little certificate. God knows what happened to that. But yeah, Be Here Now. What's an album? Again, opening track. Do you know what I mean? I mean, that's the title of it. Do you know what I mean? Do you remember the video with the helicopter and it was all like shot on digital? I don't know how many frames per second, but yeah, they're sort of flying around and oh my God. Liam Gallagher there with his green anorak and the sunglasses. Yeah, do you know what I mean? What a great song. Stand By Me was the follow-up single. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Was the first single from the album. It went to number 1, I believe. Yeah, Stand By Me, second single. Didn't do quite as well. That was the video with the motorcycle courier. Why do I know so much about Oasis videos? I don't really watch music videos. Yeah, and then All Around the World. I mean, come on. Epic. What an epic song that was. Was it 10 minutes long? And you also get like a reprise version as well, like a 2-minute instrumental version at the end of the album. All Around the World, it was huge. I think it was recorded at Abbey Road, the album, Abbey Road Studios. In fact, I'm almost certain of it. And another huge batch of fantastic B-sides to accompany the singles, like Going Nowhere, Flashbacks, My Sister Lover you had on there, other album tracks. You had the song Be Here Now. I'm getting nostalgic now. I'm going to have to play it later on, I think. And Fading Out. That's up there with Oasis songs, as far as I'm concerned, one of their greatest songs. And I read somewhere that Liam recorded the vocals in 1 take. He absolutely nailed it on the first take, and they never recorded a second take, which is great. Saves a lot of time, saves a lot of money. Yeah, you had Magic Pie, My Big Mouth. I Hope I Think I Know, The Girl in the Dirty Shirt. Great tune. Don't go away, say what you say. It's getting better, man. That was my second favourite Oasis album, Be Here Now. And of course, my number 1 Oasis album, and quite possibly yours as well, What's the Story, Morning Glory. It's coming up to 30 years old. Going to be doing something with my band to celebrate the 30th anniversary of What's the Story, Morning Glory. Wow. What an album. What an impact it had on the zeitgeist as well. Yeah. Kicking off the album, of course, opening track, Hello. I'm not sure if Gary Glitter still gets some royalties from that, because they kind of use a bit of one of his songs in that. Yeah, so Hello, kicking off the album, then Roll With It. I remember when that came out as a single. Bang. And what the B-sides to Roll With It? Was it Rocking Chair? And I can't remember, think what the other ones were now. Then Wonderwall, track 3. Of course, Wonderwall. There's my cover of Wonderwall there. Don't Look Back in Anger. One of the most Don't Look Back in Anger. I kind of lost myself there. Don't Look Back in Anger absolutely encapsulates the 90s for me. That was huge, and it's an anthem. It really is an anthem now. And wasn't it like the after the Manchester bombing, did Noel Gallagher donate the royalties from Don't Look Back in Anger to victims of the bombing? Something like that, I'm sure of it. Hey Now, album track, but what album track. I took a walk by the side of the road, just as the sky turned black. Yeah. Followed by the little snippet of the Swamp Song. Again, Swamp Song. Again, another one where the singles had the best B-sides. I mean, Wonderwall alone, the B-sides that you had the Swamp Song, Round Our Way, and the Master Plan. They were fucking B-sides. Round Our Way and the Master Plan, fucking B-sides. Yeah, then you had Some Might Say, which was their first #1, and the last song to feature Tony McCarroll on drums before Alan White came in. So Tony McCarroll plays one song on What's the Story, Morning Glory. Then, in my opinion, the greatest song ever written, Cast No Shadow, and I'll be talking more about that in another video. Beautiful song. She's Electric. Such a good, feel-good song, She's Electric. And then you go straight into the mental guitars of the song Morning Glory, and it all kind of fades into the Swamp Song again, and you get the weird sound effects. And then one of the greatest songs of the 90s, bearing in mind it's an album track, never released as a single. Everyone knows it. Non-fans know it. Everyone knows the song. We do it in my band. It's like our closer. Champagne Supernova. Wow. When that came out, sorry, not when it came out, but when the album came out, and listening to that song was like, fuck me, this is an epic song. Yeah, absolutely great stuff. Absolutely again. Do you remember the TV series? Absolutely. So, that's my ranking of the main 7 Oasis studio albums. Let me know what you think. Let me know what yours are, what your order in the comments. And who knows what I'll be talking about. I think I might have to do a Kiss video soon. I've done 2 Oasis ones. I haven't done a Kiss one yet. Maybe a country one, a Brad Paisley one as well. So that was me, Rob Lewis, saying thanks for watching. Sayonara. Keep it real, keep it country. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and would like to see more of the sort of stuff that I'm putting out, then please hit the subscribe button and that notification bell. Hit me up with a like and a comment, and watch one of these other magnificent videos here. Thanks very much. Keep it real, keep it country.